Hi there. Let's have a look at how we can test our first cashless payments transaction. Everything we'll need is an upgraded Oveit account where we have set up a check-in account so we can check in our guests and activate wristbands or cards. We'll need a top-up account like the one I've set up here, a vending slash vendor account so you can actually sell goods, and a mobile device that is powered by Android and has an NFC chip, and either an NFC wristband like the one I have right here or an NFC card. Both of them work pretty much the same. It's just you're gonna choose what works best for you and your attraction or event. So once we've set up the check-in account so we can check guests in, the top-up account so we can allow them to top up a certain balance on their wristband, and a vendor account so we can actually sell goods, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to head out to Oveit Pay on the left hand side and we're going to select products so we can manage our product inventory, the one we're gonna see in the vending station. So I'm actually gonna choose one of my attraction. This one is the only one that has Oveit Pay enabled, and I'm gonna go to Vending Oveit. As you can see here, I already have two products. They're pretty easy to edit. I just press the three dots right here and press edit, or I can add a new product. Once I add it, I can have an option to upload an image, add a name and a price. If I want to create a new category, I just need to press this button right here, new category. I've already created a food category, and now I'm going to move the products I've already set up as no category to food, so we can see how it actually looks like in the vending station. Alright, so now we've set up a basic menu. Let's see how we can activate cards, how we can top up a certain amount of money, and how we can spend it using our wristband. Alright, so what we see on the right hand side is the check-in account, the one we are using to activate wristbands or pair them with tickets. And it has a pretty simple button right here that we can tap. It says scan and pair. So we can either scan tickets and pair them with NFC wristbands like this one, or we can just scan wristbands and activate them. All right, so I'm gonna tap my wristband to an NFC reader such as this one. It doesn't have to be a complicated system. It just has to run Android and have a NFC chip enabled on it. All right, so now I tab it to my screen. Well, first let's just press the scan and pair, and then we tap it. It's gonna prompt us that there's no wallet found. That means this wristband is not yet activated. So should we create one? The answer is yes. And at this point, we've created a new wallet that can hold multiple wristbands. Right now we have just one, or combinations between wristbands and tickets. So for example, if we also want to pair a ticket, connected ticket to this wristband, so it also holds its access rights and all sorts of credentials like add-ons, we can do that as well. But right now, we're just going to focus on the wristband that we've just activated and have a look at how we can add money to this wristband. All right, so now we want to add money to the wristband we've just activated. To do that, I've actually connected a top-up account, right? So top up at oveit.com. It's a top-up point, and the one thing we need to do is again tap the wristband to the reader, and now it shows several elements. How much money we have right now? No money. We can add credit, or we can withdraw once we have some sort of credit. And we also have a way to copy and paste the wristband ID. Right now we just want to add some credit, so we can either enter the amount ourselves by using the digits we have on the keyboard, or you can just add, let's say, $150. We can then select whether we've received this money in our closed loop payment system either as cash or card. I'm just going to say cash, and I'm going to confirm. Once I do that, I see a green screen for 3 seconds, and the money is already in the account. Well, basically on the wristband. And now we can spend it. But before we do that, let's also add some credit as card. So in this case, you would probably accept payments via your usual bank POS. Enter the amount, confirm, and again, we have a new transaction of credit, and we have $200 to spend on our card. Well, in this case, a wristband. So what's next? Now we have $200 on our virtual closed loop payment account. Let's go and spend it at a vending station. All right, so next up, I'm going to log in as a vendor so we can see how the menu looks like. All right, so now we're logged in as a vendor. So in this case, we can actually sell goods. This is the vendor account, the sales station, and this is what is going to access this wristband or an NFC card and enable it to accept payments. Okay, so we press scan and pay, right? In this case, we're just scanning it, and it's gonna load some information on this customer. Number one is, do they have any kind of entitlements? These are usually add-ons that are stored together with the ticket, but in our case, we haven't connected any kind of ticket, and even if we did, the ticket has to have at least one add-on enabled. What we do have is the products that we've set up earlier, right? So beverages and the food that we've set up. We can select a specific category or just all. In my case, I'm just gonna accept all of them. I'm gonna select all of them. And once I tap one of the products, we can see that that amount has increased. We tap it again, we tap the plus sign, it increases the quantity that we're gonna sell. If we wanna purchase some food as well, we can tap it. And right now we have 1 taco, 1 burger, 1 Dr. Pepper, and 2 bottles of Coke. They are priced at $42 in this case, pretty accessible. And then if we also want to add a tip, we can select here a pre-selected amount. In my case, I'm just going to go ahead without any kind of tip. Let's just add a tip. The amount increases. We press the continue section, we see an overview of the payment, so we know exactly what we're gonna pay. We have our products and the tip. The only thing left to do is to confirm the payment by just tapping the wristband to the NFC reader. All right, so a certain amount has been deducted from our wristband. If we want to go ahead and spend some more at another vendor, we're going to see that the amount we have stored on our wristband has decreased, but we can keep on spending with other vendors as well. All right, so let's do another transaction and let's have a look afterwards at how this looks like in our transaction history. All right, so we confirm again, we tap our wristband, we deducted $27, and that's it. We're good to go, and we're ready to enjoy our burgers and our tacos. So let's have a look at how our balance has been updated. We're going to switch back to the top-up account to see how those transactions have been recorded. All right, so now we switched back to our top-up account. This would be the top-up point, and we see that after our credit and again card credit, the initial top-ups that we've done, we also have 2 purchases. One that's worth $49.56, containing the products we purchased and the tip, and the last one, $27, no tip here. We see that our balance has been updated, And now we can also withdraw the remaining balance. Once we do that, the balance is going to be restored to 0. And if you want, as a top-up point manager, you can actually hand out the remaining balance to the customer. So let's do that. I'm going to press withdraw. We need to confirm this transaction by tapping the wristband again to the NFC reader. And in that case, we have withdrawn all available funds. The balance has been restored to 0, and the history has been updated. So we have the initial top-ups, the purchases, and the withdrawal transaction ready to go. Everything is stored under Oveit Pay in reports, so you can always check back and see how that works.